We are first going to make a magic circle. We're going to chain 3. That'll count as our first double crochet. We're going to do a single crochet. We're going to tighten our circle a little bit. It's easier to work with. Chain 1, single crochet, and we are going to be at the corner, so we're going to chain 2, and single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. You're going to tighten it up, and you should start to see your little triangle. You're going to chain 3, and turn. And the first single crochet is going to be right in between the first 2 V's on the very bottom, below your stitches. Then you're going to chain 1, and then single crochet in between the next 2 V's, chain 1. Now we're at the bottom of your triangle. So every time you go there, we're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 2, and then 1 more single crochet into that same stitch. You're going to chain 1 again, single crochet, chain 1, and once you get to your very last one, we are also going to add 1 single crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet into that same stitch. And you're going to do that every time you get to your top corner of your triangle. And then you're going to repeat. So let's do another row. We're going to chain 3 and turn. A single crochet, and chain 1. So it's going to be single crochet, chain 1, single crochet all the way until you get to the bottom corner of your triangle. And once you get there, it's always going to be 1 single crochet, chain 2, and another single crochet into that same stitch. And then you're going to repeat all the way down. You're going to chain 1 single crochet all the way down, And then once you get to the very last spot again, you are going to do 1 single crochet, chain 1, and a double crochet. And that's how it should look so far. Your triangle should be forming. You can do as many rows as you want. For this pattern, I ended up doing 8 rows. Now I'm going to show you how to add your second color. Make sure you're on one of your top corners in the end. You're going to chain 3. And turn your work. And you're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to insert it in between the 2 V's. 1 single crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet, chain 1, all the way down till we get to the end. Now that we made it to the bottom corner of the triangle, we are just going to do 1 slip stitch. Chain 1, and you're going to turn your work, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, all the way back up to your corner. Now that we're in our top corner again, remember to do 1 single crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet. And this is how it should look so far. I found that doing a slip stitch on the bottom corner makes your line straighter, and you just have to do that on the first row of your secondary color. We're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then we're going to repeat the same thing again. And then we're in our bottom corner again. And then we're going to do 1 single crochet instead of a slip stitch. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Single crochet, and you're going to repeat this until you get the right amount of rows you want for your second color. When you're ready to pull up your original color, you just pull this up and pull your loop through. And chain 3. And turn your work again. And you're going to repeat the same exact thing. And now we're at the bottom corner again. And we're going to single crochet. And this is all there is to it, to the pattern. We'll just keep repeating this on one side of the triangle until you get your desired length, alternating colors. And add my second color. So again, we're chaining 3 because we're on the bottom corner or top corner. And then single crochet. Chain 1, single crochet. And you're going to repeat this basically throughout the entire pattern until you get your desired length. This is how it should look so far. Your lines should be straight. So what I did is for the second color, I did 4 rows, and then the first color, 6 rows, and then the second color, I did only 2 rows. So just make sure when you do this pattern, you do a sets of even numbers. This is how it should look on one side so far. I ended up making a total of 22 stripes. You can definitely make it a lot smaller than that. This one is an oversized scarf / shawl. So if you want it smaller or shorter, you can definitely make less rows. And once you're done with that, we are going to do the other side of the triangle. We are starting in this corner. And we're going to repeat basically the same exact thing. Chain 3. And single crochet in between the V's. Chain 1. Single crochet, chain 1. And I'll meet you when we get to our second color, because it is a little bit different and you don't clearly see your chains. So once you get to this section of the scarf, you just gotta remember how many rows of the color you did. So for the red, I made 4 rows. So you're gonna have 4 stitches all together on top. A chain 1, it will count as a stitch, and then a single crochet, chain 1, and then 1 more single crochet will count as the 4 stitches on top. So far I have 2. I'm going to chain 1 more and then another single crochet at the very end of the red. And as you can see on top, there are a total of 4 stitches. So that's what you want to do throughout the other side of the scarf. So chain 1, and you're going to repeat this all the way down your scarf. And that's all there is to it. And you're going to repeat this pattern on the other side of your scarf. And make sure however many rows you have on one side, you repeat the same thing. So I had 22 altogether on one side, so the other side I made another 22 so that your triangle is centered. And so this is how it looks so far. I did do the traveling yarn with me in the edge or on the top. If you want to keep it that way, you can, but I'm going to end up doing a border. So if you want to see that, you can stay tuned and see how I did that. So basically we are going to do single crochets all the way down the scarf. So however many rows you did of that color, you're going to do that same amount of single crochets. So for instance, this white part, there are 6 rows. So I'm going to make 6 single crochets to the end of that color. So for the red, there are 4 rows, so one, 2, 3, and 4 single crochets. And this is how it should look so far. And you just repeat this all the way down to your scarf. Alright, and on to the end. Chain 3. And turn our work. And we're going to do one more row of single crochets all the way down. Now that we're at the other corner, we're going to chain 1 and a double crochet to finish it off. So this area in between your little border and the stripes is not the cleanest, so I'm going to add a front post to it so it looks a lot cleaner. You can leave it this way if you want. So you just insert your hook where your border began, and we're going to do front post. So you're just going to do a single crochet underneath your single crochet, and that'll count as your front post. And then underneath that again. And your front post stitches should be sticking out on top. And you're going to repeat this throughout the whole top part of the scarf. Your front post should be sticking up that way. And here is a difference of one side with the post and one side without it. So the right has the post, so it's a lot cleaner than the one on the left where there is no front posts. And we're in the end of a scarf. You just do one more single crochet through here and tie it off, unless you want to do another row on the bottom. And you're pretty much done with the scarf. If you want to see how I made the tassels in the end, go ahead and click on the next video.